Thank you, Pam. I could use you whenever I am giving a talk and you could get everybody to quiet down. You're quite effective at that. Um, thank you very much. It's my honor to be here and introduce this next section of this lovely Ag Outlook Forum. Um, I'm going to talk about three things. I was asked to give you an update from the College of Agricultural and Life Sciences, and I'm going to focus on three aspects. And then we're going to move to rural livability. So I'm going to talk about teaching, extension and outreach, and research. So first I wanted to give an update. I've got to give some numbers because I've heard all these great numbers this morning. So I just want to say one of our strategic mission areas is having an even greater impact on undergraduate education at UW-Madison. And I'm happy to say that our overall enrollment is up. It's up 5.5% from 2022. So we have 3,453 undergraduates. That's a big deal. We've turned around the decline of undergraduate enrollment in the college. And part of the way we're doing this is through innovating curriculum, making curriculum more flexible, more attractive to students, still doing all the great things we do, but allowing students to see themselves in some different roles. And so our newest major is animal and veterinary biosciences. This major attracted 112 students without any advertisement and just coming online during summer orientation. So we're hoping to do more of this. And another major mission is fostering a student sense of belonging. So just to update you, we have a project on the lower level of Ag Hall to update that space. Some of you may realize or remember that the old Ag library is part of that. And so we are undertaking a renovation project to create student-centric spaces, both for CALS students to give them a sense of identity and a home, but then also for other students. Hundreds of students come through Ag Hall every day, and so that'll be a great landing place for them. So this is what our CALS undergraduate profile looks like for this fall. Students continue to be just slightly different than the UW-Madison mean. So income a little lower than the average student, Pell eligibility rate a little bit higher. So we continue to do that. That makes these students different and valuable, and they bring diversity to the college. So we want to do more of that. Also, when you look at residency, also a little bit higher in-state, 51%, and the other numbers pretty similar. Those are students, many of them from rural areas, that are attracted to come to, in some cases, to our traditional ag programs. So they're an important part of diversity, and we really want to well serve those students. Okay, so what does the CALS student experience look like? We continue to take a lot of pride in the fact that over half of our students do a research internship or a different type of internship of some cases. Do you recognize some faces in the slides here, I see? These are three different vignettes. I'm not going to go through the names. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about those vignettes. So a student working who's part of our crop judging team, students who collaborate with scientists in Thailand to create an easier way to make a very valuable form of coffee. You can see they're testing out this $100 a cup coffee, and it's because the beans have traveled through the digestive tract of a civet cat. And so what they're doing is working to take microbes and do that without the cats. So that's how you create value-added products in Thailand. And this is a vignette from a student who is interested in climate change communications, building a career there. And this is a really outstanding student who's received NSF reward for some of the work that she's doing. So we're super proud of our students. So in extension and outreach, we continue our excellence. We have 45 faculty who are extension funded and 10 academic staff who are extension funded. Now, these folks are pretty unique, I think, in the whole USA because they engage in research here on campus in super modern, impactful lab programs, and then they take that knowledge out to the state and they help farmers, growers, and producers solve practical problems. And then here's the other piece. They bring that knowledge back to campus. These are the problems and issues, and they share that with their colleagues, and that creates a very robust agricultural research station. And I really think this is the paradigm. I think we do this the best in the world. And so we're super proud of that. And I just wanted to very quickly mention our new faculty, our newest faculty in this area. Malika Noko, water quantity is her focus. Natasha Rain, soil fertility is her focus. And Stephen Hall working on water quality. And we have an ongoing search for a corn agronomist. And a quick word about our new Ag Forward. It's part of our Farm and Industry Short Course Revival. And this is a photo of the part of the program that ended last week. So students from the River Falls FIS came down, and we also invited many different stakeholders. This is a graduate student talking about animal ruminant nutrition. And this is really going to be, I think, our signature program. Heather Gayton is there, and Doug Reineman. Thank you very much for running this program. I think it's going to be our signature program. It's how we impact stakeholders, not by just focusing on early career farmers, but opening the doors for farmers at all stages of their career and professional development. So research, we're great. $186 million awarded to CALS in fiscal year 23. We're the third highest federally funded research expenditures in the U.S. We continue to do well there, and I think we will keep progressing in that. Troy Rungay, our Associate Dean of Research, held some visioning sessions so we could think about what are we really great at? How do we want to impact the world? So 2 areas, sustainable agriculture, where we think we can really make inroads on decarbonizing food production systems, improving water sustainability, and developing innovative crop and livestock systems. Part of that is for climate resilience. On the health side, the more life sciences side, feeding the world through plant biology, healthy aging through looking at the gut microbiome and nutrition, and preventing vector-borne diseases are areas where we're really poised to have big impacts. And I just wanted to tell you about 3 noteworthy funded projects. The first is $26 million that came through a federal appropriations process. Senator Tammy Baldwin was important for that, to our Center for Dairy Research. This award is called the Dairy Business Innovation Alliance, and it's really meant to increase dairy profitability, both for farmers and both for producers and for cheesemakers and other. So this is a super neat award. About half of this is given out in grants, and the other half will be used to help provide staff for educational purposes, and then also for equipment. And in particular, we're going to get biofermentation equipment. The middle picture shows you Assistant Professor Leslie Holland, who's in our plant pathology department. She won a NEFA $4.1 million award to look at cranberry fruit rot, which is a really incredibly important pathogen. Over 75% of cranberry producers have issues with this. Leslie's going to bring her expertise to bear on that. And then last and relevant for today's topic is our $9.3 million award for the Rural Partnerships Institute. For short, we call that RPI. And I want to tell you a little bit about that. So at the federal level, there was a little bit short of $30 million, also through ag appropriations. And we can thank Senator Baldwin again for the first kind of bolus of money there. And it went to 3 institutions. It went to Auburn University, the University of Vermont, and UW-Madison. So we were very fortunate. And the funds are to have research and outreach focused on social and economic problems, increasing vitality of our rural communities. So this is what we're doing in Wisconsin. We have, as many of you know, 1.5 million residents that face unique challenges because of being in a rural area. Also part of this initiative is to have both research, but also these community-based initiatives. So let me tell you what we're doing, what we've started doing, and we're about at the end of our first year. It did take us a while to deploy some funds. So we have 5 funded projects. The first focuses on community health workers and work care systems. And I forgot, I needed to mention that this is a collaboration with the Division of Extension. And that's actually a super exciting part of this, is having a common goal and working together with Extension in a new and different way. So all of these 5 projects involve Extension. Many of them involve CALS. And then the other important thing is they involve all the expertise on campus. These were open calls. Bring us your ideas. How do we really impact rural citizens in the state of Wisconsin? The second project is on Indigenous food resilience systems. The third is on mental health support for children and families in rural Wisconsin, an incredibly important area. The fourth is something called WiscoNet. And this is a series of weather stations that will go up all over the state. I think we have upwards of 20 or so that are already deployed. Many of you may know about this. There was a lot of excitement. The idea is to collect a lot of data that will be useful for farmers and decision making. And also another part of that is helping to stimulate the Wisconsin State Climatology Office. And if you have not heard of WiscoNet, you can Google that, and they have a great website where you can get lots of information on weather. And then the sixth is very important for our topic today, which is the Rural Livability Project. So rural livability, rural communities face many unique challenges: schools, healthcare, housing, childcare, businesses. How can they remain solvent? And so today's goal is to better understand those challenges and to figure out what rural communities are doing and what leaders and experts can do better. So we're going to hear from leaders today in both public and nonprofit sectors that are interested in maintaining, invigorating, revitalizing rural life. The first panel focuses on Wisconsin, and then the second panel, things outside of Wisconsin. I just want to close by saying I'm very excited about this. I'm actually the project lead on the Rural Partnership Institutes. I meet with the project leads from Wisconsin and Vermont. We're going to have those entities come and visit us in summer of 25. I think this is a chance for CALS and Extension to really serve the state in a novel way. So thank you for your attention. And now let's get started on our panels.